paper number 34. Now in this paper number 34, question number 66 to 70. Now in this question number 66 to 70, as tell me what is the information given here. Now in this question number 66 to 70, how many persons are there? 7 friends. Now in these 7 friends, 7 friends, M and OP, Q, R and S like different toothpaste. 7 different toothpaste were given, and each friend is also studying in a different specialization in engineering. Yes, so how many parameters are there in this? There are 2 parameters. Now it comes under distribution. Whenever it comes under distribution more than 1 parameter, we should always work out this one through the column method. Yesterday we had discussed about this one in detail. Then first fix the persons in the first column. Who are the persons? Tell me. M, N, O, M, N, O, P, Q, R and S. Now in total we have some 7 persons, and the first one is the toothpaste they likes, that is the first parameter, and the next parameter is what? And the specialization they have done in their engineering. Now this is what the information given. Then condition number 1. 7 friends, the one who likes meswork studies in biomedical. Now information clearly given. What is the information here? The one who likes meswork toothpaste studies biomedical. As of now, no information given about this one. Hence, now below the toothpaste, write the toothpaste meswork, and what is the other one here? Biomedical. Now this biomedical. Whenever you find 2 adjacent spaces, we can fix these 2, isn't it? And now this is toothpaste, below this toothpaste meswork, and below this specialization biomedical. Next one, N likes oral B. N clearly given, this is oral B. N likes oral B and studies neither civil nor chemical. Neither civil nor chemical, write civil and chemical, and so these 2 are cross and cross. And this person, the person who likes, N likes oral B and studies neither civil nor chemical. Next one, the one who studies in chemical likes neither Pepsodent nor Colgate. Now chemical, the person who has done his specialization in chemical, neither Pepsodent nor Colgate. Hence Pepsodent cross and Colgate cross. We are representing the given data. And the one who studies electrical likes Sensodyne. Electrical is Sensodyne. Hence as of now we cannot represent this one. Hence Sensodyne, electrical. Again we are representing the data. And electrical like Sensodyne. S studies mechanical. S is mechanical, clearly specified. S studies mechanical, and S studies mechanical and likes neither Colgate nor close-up. S is neither Colgate nor close-up, isn't it? Hence cross and cross. Colgate and close-up is cross. P likes neither meswork nor Sensodyne. P, neither meswork nor Sensodyne. Neither meswork nor Sensodyne. P likes neither meswork nor Sensodyne and studies neither civil nor chemical. And this one, neither civil nor chemical. Neither civil nor chemical, isn't it? Next one. And likes neither civil nor chemical. O likes Pepsodent. O is Pepsodent. O likes Pepsodent. The one who likes oral B. O likes Pepsodent. The one who likes oral B. Oral B does not study computer. Oral B is N, does not study computers. Hence computer is also ruled out. Does not study computer, or does not like Sensodyne. Or Sensodyne is ruled out, or does not like Sensodyne. Next one. And does not study biomedical. And R does not study biomedical as well. Bio is also ruled out. And Q does not study electrical. Q does not study electrical. Now if you observe here, 90% of the information is based on negative statements. Neither nor and so on, isn't it? Then Tell me from where we can start this one. Now if you take the case of this one, and meswork and Sensodyne, these two must be, isn't it? Then meswork. And who can be meswork here? Can this S be meswork? Can S be meswork or not? Or Sensodyne, if you take the case of Sensodyne and meswork or Sensodyne, who can be this meswork and Sensodyne? R does not like Sensodyne, R does not like Sensodyne we have taken, and does not biomedical. Q does not study electrical. Then, now meswork, tell me who can be meswork? Meswork. R cannot be, can R be meswork? R cannot be meswork. Why R cannot be meswork? Clearly given. R meswork biomedical is ruled out. Here it cannot be biomedical. Next one, here it cannot be meswork. Here in these two also it cannot be meswork. Hence meswork can be either M or Q. How many possibilities do we have? We have two possibilities for this meswork and this one. And in the same way, and for Sensodyne also only two possibilities, M and Q. Are you following this one or not? Out of which this does not like electrical and Sensodyne cannot be Q. As Sensodyne cannot be Q, then M must be Sensodyne. Are you following or not? If M is Sensodyne and that is electrical, hence now we are fixing this electrical here because electrical cannot be at this place. Then next one. Then coming to this one, then what can be, whatever this meswork, and meswork must be Q. Hence Q must be meswork. If Q is meswork and this is biomedical, this is also fixed, and this is biomedical. Sensodyne, Oral-B, Pepsodent, meswork were done. Then now we are left with the remaining. Then civil and what is the other thing left over here? Civil and chemical. Now civil and chemical, if you take this case, Sensodyne, Oral-B, Pepsodent, meswork, next we are left with the remaining. Then biomedical and electrical is here, and Sensodyne cannot be here, civil and chemical. Now this person cannot be chemical, isn't it? This person cannot be chemical. Next one, that is N cannot be chemical, and P cannot be chemical, N cannot be chemical, P cannot be chemical. Next one, then who can be chemical here? R can be chemical. Why can't it be P? Tell me whether P can be chemical or not. P cannot be chemical. Why P cannot be chemical? No, Pepsodents and this one, Sensodyne chemical. If you take the case of chemical, this person cannot be chemical, and this person cannot be chemical as well because Pepsodent is not chemical, and this person cannot be chemical, this person cannot be chemical. Hence, what are the different possibilities for this chemical? PRR. Out of which this person cannot be chemical, P cannot be chemical. Then what is the only possibility left for this chemical? R must be chemical. If R is chemical, then let us check out this civil. Now, this person cannot be civil, this person cannot be civil, and M cannot be civil. M, N and P cannot be civil. Then who must be civil here? O is civil. If O is civil, then what are the things left over here? And computers and the other thing. Now this computer and this one, and this cannot be computers. Hence who will be computers? P must be computer. If P is computer, then what is left over here? Production. Hence N must be production. Done with this, N is production. Then coming to this one, chemical, the person who has done his specialization in chemical does not like Pepsodent and Colgate. Pepsodent and Colgate, here Pepsodent cannot be here and Colgate cannot be here. As Colgate cannot be here, then check out here. Colgate cannot be here, Colgate cannot be here. Hence who must be Colgate? P must be Colgate. If P is Colgate, then this person cannot be close-up. Hence R must be close-up. If R is close-up, then what is left over here? S, bubble. Hence S likes bubble. Done with this? And it comes under two parameter distribution. Hence we have started with this one with the column method. First we are fixing the persons in the first column, and in the next two columns the parameters will be distributed. Now in the distribution, representing the data plays a very, very vital role. Hence, while studying itself, now we should represent the data accordingly. Yes, write down this arrangement, question number 66 to 70. (66 to 70). Yes, what is the final order here? M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, and the pastes are Sensodyne, Oral-B, Pepsodent, Colgate, Meswak, Close-Up, and Bubble, and the specializations are electrical, production, civil, computers, biomedical, chemical, and mechanical. Clear? Then question number 71 to 75. Now in this 71 to 75, what is information here? G, H, I, J, K, L, M, and N are the 8 persons seated around a square table in such a way that 4 of them sit at 4 corners of the square while 4 sit in the middle of each of the 4 sides. The one who sit at 4 corners face outside and the remaining persons are facing inside. Isn't it? 8 persons seated at the corners are facing away from the center, centers are facing towards the center. And each one of them owns a mobile phone of different brands. 8 different brands were clearly given, isn't it? Now we need to find out the person, where that person is seated, and the mobile he likes. Now in this one square table, now this is a square table, 8 persons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 persons, the persons who are seated at the corners are facing away from the center, and the persons who are seated at the centers are facing towards the center, isn't it? Then, and each one of them likes mobile phone of different brand and sits at one of the corners. Now the information, the one who owns a genophone sits second to the right of N. Sits second to the right of N. In these type of questions wherein some persons are inward and some persons are outward, we should always check out for the information whether any person is facing towards the center or away from the center is given or not. Here what is given here? N sits at one of the corners of the table. As N sits at one of the corners of the table, now we can fix N at any place. Need not necessarily be in all the 4 cases. You can fix N at any one of the corners. Now I am fixing N at this place. N sits at one of the corners of the table. The one who owns a genophone sits second to the right of N. Sits second to the right of N means this person N is facing away, right hand side is clockwise, and the person who owns a genophone must be at this place. Done with this? Now we have done with the first information, first paragraph. Next one, both J and the one who owns a lava phone are immediate neighbors of the one who owns genophone. Yes, tell me who are those 2 persons, J and the person who owns lava. Hence J and the person who owns lava. This is one possibility. Then what is the second possibility here? These 2 persons can be interchanged, isn't it? Hence, these 2 persons can be interchanged. Now we can discuss about that one afterwards. Now J is here and lava is here, the one who owns genophone. And J does not own lava phone. And only one person sits between the one who owns genophone and G. Genophone and G, there must be only one person. Hence a genophone is here. Whether that person is to the left hand side of genophone or right hand side is not given, but where the left hand side is not possible because N is already there. Hence that person must be at the right hand side. Clear now? Adjacent to the person, and G will be here. And the one who owns a Motorola, mobile sits out to the left of I. Motorola sits out to the left of I. Now if this is Motorola, sits out to the left of whom? Out to the left of I. I is not an immediate neighbor of G. As I is not an immediate neighbor of G, I cannot be here and I cannot be here. Isn't it? I cannot be here. I is not in, and I does not own lava phone, and that information is not at all required, isn't it? I does not own lava phone because I does not own lava phone. Fine, fine. Now, sir, here earlier we have taken one possibility. What is the possibility we have taken here? J at this place and lava at this place. And the second possibility, what is the second possibility here? The second possibility, J at this place and lava at this place. If you take the second possibility like that, and this I does not own lava, isn't it? I does not own lava, hence lava will be here, then I cannot be here as well. Then there is no possibility for this Motorola. And that second case will be invalid. Finally, we are left with only one case. Are you following this one or not? Okay? Rather than taking two different possibilities, we have underlined this one, assuming that this can be here. But as the information is given, what is that information here? This I does not own this lava. Clear now? Now this is fixed. As I cannot be in these three places, cannot be here. I cannot be here, cannot be here, cannot be here, cannot be here. Isn't it? Cannot be here. 5 places are ruled out. Now we are left with only three different possibilities. Now tell me, where can this I be? Can I be at this place? No, at this place. Can I be at this place or not? Tell me. If I is at this place, 1, 2, 3, the person who owns Motorola and lava must be in the same place. Is it possible? Not possible, which implies that I cannot be here. And we are left with only 2 more possibilities. And can you take I at this place? If you take I at this place, the second possibility, then the person who owns Motorola sits third to the left of I. This I is facing towards the center, and third to the left means again the Motorola and Geno must be in the same place, which is not possible. Hence I cannot be here as well. As I cannot be in these 2 places, cannot be in the remaining 5 places. Now finally I is what? I is the person who owns Geno phone. If I is here, the person who owns Motorola sits third to the right of I, third to the left of I. Hence, that person who owns Motorola must be to the immediate left of N. Are you following this one or not? Hence, where should this Motorola be? The person who owns Motorola must be at this place. Done with this? And I. And Motorola sits third to the left of I. And I does not own a lava mobile. And next one, what is the next information here? Only one person sits between the one who owns Motorola and Samsung. Motorola and Samsung, there must be exactly one person. Either J can be Samsung, or the person who is opposite to J must be Samsung. Isn't it? Either J or the person opposite to J is Samsung. And out of which J does not own Samsung, clearly given. As J does not own Samsung, clearly given, and the person who owns Samsung must be at this place. Done? We could able to finalize this one as well. And next one. And Samsung, J does not own a Samsung. L is an immediate neighbor of the one who owns Samsung. As L is an immediate neighbor of the one who owns Samsung, L must be at this place. Isn't it? Because either to the left hand side or right hand side. Right hand side is not possible because G is already there. Hence L must be here. And L is an immediate neighbor of the one who owns a Samsung mobile. And the one who owns Nokia phone sits second to the left of K. Nokia is seated second to the left of K. Now we need to finalize the position of this K. Nokia is seated second to the left of K. Second to the left of K. Then tell me, where can this K be? Now can K be at this place? Now we are taking different possibilities for this K. If K is here, Nokia is seated second to the left of K, then Nokia and Samsung must be in the same place, which is not possible. Hence K cannot be at this place. And K cannot be in any one of these places. Can K be at this place? Tell me. If K is here and the Nokia sits second to the left of K, then Nokia and Motorola must be in the same place, which is not possible, which implies that K cannot be here. As K cannot be here, then what is the only possibility left for this K? K must be here. If K is here and Nokia is seated second to the left of K, and the person who owns Nokia is J. Done with this? Nokia is J, this is also finalized. And H neither owns Motorola nor a Samsung. H is neither Motorola nor Samsung. Tell me, where can this H end? Motorola or Samsung. H neither owns Motorola nor Samsung. Isn't it? H neither owns Motorola nor Samsung. As H neither owns Motorola nor Samsung, tell me what is the position of this H. H, Motorola and Samsung. H cannot be here, 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 cannot be here. Now we are left with either Samsung or Lava, out of which Samsung is ruled out. And the person H owns this Lava and owns a Motorola or a Samsung. One of the immediate neighbors of H owns Apple. One of the immediate neighbors of H owns Apple. One of the immediate neighbors of means either G or I should own Apple, out of which I owns Geno and this G must own Apple. G must own Apple. Done? L does not own a Sony phone. As L does not own a Sony phone, hence whatever this Sony, N must own this Sony phone. If N is Sony, then who is the person left over here? As tell me the person, GHIJKL, GHIJKLN is there and this M must own Samsung. Then Nokia, Geno, Lava, Apple, Samsung, Motorola, Sony, and what is left over here? And the another thing which is left over is Micromax. Now this L owns Micromax. Clear now? And this is about square table. 8 persons, 4 are towards the center and 4 are away from the center. Done with this? Rather than taking 2 different possibilities, we have sorted this one with a single possibility by fixing N at this place, isn't it? Now you can take N at any one of the corners, the arrangement will always be the same. And in fact, the answers for all these 5 questions will always remain constant. Yes, write down this arrangement. Now this is about question number 71 to 75. Then 76 to 80. 76 to 80. 76 to 80, coded inequalities. First to write down this arrangement, then let us discuss about this 76 to 80. Has completed writing this? Done? Then question number 76 onwards. Now in this question number 76 to 80, as what is information here? The relation between 91 to 95. Now 76 to 80 not required. As 76 to 80, then what is the next one here? 81 to 85. Now 81 to 85, syllogisms. As which of the conclusion does not follow, isn't it? As this based on does not follow, then we should discuss this one, because these days we haven't discussed these type of questions, does not follow. Then question numbers 81 to 85. Then does not follow means, what do you mean by this does not follow? 4 conclusions definitely follows or maybe follows. 1 conclusion does not follow, isn't it? Does not follow means it doesn't mean that the remaining 4 definitely follows. The remaining 4 maybe definitely follows or maybe possibly follows. But whereas 1 can never be follows at least once, isn't it? Hence in the case of does not follow, we should always try to prove whether the given conclusion can be true at least once or not. If it can be true at least once, it cannot be false forever. Hence our main focus is to prove the conclusion can be true at least once. And this is quite opposite to follows. In the case of follows, what will you do? And we should always check out whether it can be false at least once or not. If it is false once, it cannot be true forever, hence follows will be wrong. And in the case of does not follow, and it is quite opposite to that one. Rather than checking out whether it does not follow, we are trying to prove whether it can be true at least once or not. If it is true once, it cannot be false forever. ఫాలో అయ్యారా? కనీసం ఒక్కసారైనా అది ట్రూ అవుతుందా లేదా చెక్ చేసుకోవాలి. అందుకు మనం ఏం తీసుకున్నాం చెప్పండి. హెన్స్ ఫర్ దిస్ రీజన్ whenever an affirmative conclusion is given, we should always take that affirmative conclusion as a possible conclusion. Clear? By taking that affirmative conclusion as a possible conclusion, we are trying to prove true at least once. Then if it is true once, it cannot be your answer. If it cannot be true at least once, it will be your answer. Done? Now let us start with this one. All dates are months. All these dates are what? All these dates are months. And all months are weeks. All dates are months. All months are weeks. No week is a second. No week is a second. Now this is the basic diagram. All dates are months. All months are weeks. And no week is a second. All seconds are hours. All these seconds are what? All seconds are hours. Now this is the basic diagram. With the help of this basic diagram, what is the first conclusion? No date is second. No date is second, true or false? True ones. Now it is a negative conclusion. It is a negative conclusion and it is true at least once. Tell me whether we should draw the alternate diagram or not. Alternate diagram not required. Why it is not required? Anyhow it is already true once. No need to check out 1 second. Clear? Next one. All dates are weeks. All dates are weeks is true at least once. Hence it cannot be false. All hours are dates is a possibility. All hours are dates is possible or not? All these hours are dates. Is it possible? No. Why it is not? No. All hours are dates. In order to make this one possible, all hours are dates are possible, then your diagram of hours must be something like this, hours. Then tell me whether we can draw hours like this. If you draw hours like this, in this hours, seconds must also be there. Then no week is a second will be false. Statement invalid. Statement invalid means it cannot be true at least once. As it cannot be true at least once, we are 100% sure that it cannot be, okay, it does not follow forever. Hence, what is your answer here? Choice 3 is the answer. Done with this? And this is about question number 81. Then question number 82. Now in this 82, some policies are varnishes, polish and varnish. Some policies are varnishes, all varnishes are reagents, and no reagent is a chemical. No reagent is what? Chemical. Next one, all glosses are chemical. All these glosses are what? All glosses are chemical. And now with the help of this one, what is the first conclusion? No gloss is varnish. True or false? True at least once. As it true at least once, isn't it? We can skip to the next one. Why? Because as it is true at least once, it cannot be false forever. Then coming to the second, hence that is a very basic reason. In the case of does not follow, okay, we did not face any problem with the negative conclusion. But whereas in the case of follows, we face some problem with the negative conclusion, hence we will draw an alternate diagram. But as in this case, we are very much safe in the case of negative conclusions, because it can be true at least once, because you are taking the minimum intersection while drawing the basic diagram. Hence negative conclusions 90% of the cases can be true at least once. As they were true ones, does not follow will be wrong. Done? Hence you should not bother about these negative conclusions in this case. All varnishes being policies is a possibility. All varnishes. Now these three statements, if you observe here, these three are affirmative statements. These three are affirmative. These three we can write it as a single diagram, isn't it? Hence it is possible. As it is possible once, does not follow will be wrong. Then coming to this one, no reagent is polish. No reagent is polish. No reagent is polish. Is it true? It is false. Whether it is false forever or not. Whenever we got it as false once, then we should recheck whether it can be false forever or not, isn't it? Now here, it is false forever because reagent and policies, some reagents or policies is given, which implies that some policies or reagents is true, no reagent is a policy will be false forever. Hence third one does not follow forever, choice 3. Done with this? And this is about question number 82, choice 3 is the answer. Fourth check cheyna, fine. Now question number, sorry, in the same question choice 4. No chemical is varnish. No chemical is varnish. Cheppu nee doubt enti? No chemical is varnish kada. Nee doubt enti? Fifth da? Now fourth the no chemical is varnish is true at least once. Fifth one, all chemicals are policies is a possibility. All chemicals are policies is a possibility. Possible avutunda? Avutunda asla? All chemicals are policies. Ee chemical ekkada teesiraleva nuvu? Chemical dento kalavakodu, chemical and reagent ippudu kuda nenu kalapala. Idi glass. Possible ayinda leda? Ayindi. Mari adi true ayindi okasari. Mari answer enti? Choice 3. Mari enduku 5 doubt vachindi? అప్పుడప్పుడు వస్తే అలానే ఉంటుంది మరి అవునా కదా పేపర్ టఫ్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్కి వస్తే అలానే వస్తుంది నెక్స్ట్ వన్ క్వశ్చన్ నెంబర్ 83 క్లియర్ యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నౌ ఎస్ క్వశ్చన్ నెంబర్ 83 ఇన్ దిస్ ఎస్ టెల్ మీ వాట్ ఈజ్ ఆన్సర్ హియర్ 83 సెకండ్ వస్తున్నాం నో బ్రాకెట్ ఈజ్ కామా no bracket is comma no intersection between bracket and comma here no bracket is comma all stops are commas all stops are commas all dashes are brackets all dashes are what all dashes are brackets all brackets are exclamations all brackets are what all brackets are exclamation isn't it now this is the basic diagram then first one no dash is a comma no dash is comma true or false yes true at least once next one all exclamations are commas all exclamations are commas exclamation is here and comma is here as of now no explanation is comma hence all explanations are commas is false as it is false once then what should we do then we should recheck once again whether it is false forever or not isn't it that means in order to make this one false forever now we should check out whether all exclamations or commas is possible or not and that is the very basic reason why I have asked you to take all the affirmative conclusions as a possible conclusions. Clear? Now as of now it is false. Now we are again checking out whether it can be false forever or not. Hence we are taking it as a possible conclusion. All exclamations may be possible. Isn't it? That means it comes under which category? Now it comes under possibility. Then all these exclamations are commas. This entire exclamation must be comma. Yes, tell me whether we can draw comma like this. We are checking for a possible case. If you draw comma like this, then what happens here? No comma is D. No comma is what? Dashes. No comma is a dashes will be false. No bracket is a comma will be false. Isn't it? No bracket is a comma will be false, statement invalid, hence it cannot be true at least once. As it cannot be true at least once, it is false forever. Done with this? And this is about question number 83, choice 2. Then 84. Now question number 84, any answer to this one? All prints are scans. All these prints are what? All prints are scans. And all scans are graphs, all scans are graphs, some charts are prints, all scans are what? All scans are graphs and some charts are print, chart and print, some charts are print and next one all charts are tables, all the charts are what? All charts are tables. Now this is the basic diagram. Then with the help of this basic diagram, no graph is print, true or false? No graph is print is false. As it is false once, now we should again check out whether it is false forever or not. Isn't it? Now tell me no graph is print, can it be false? Can it be true at least once? No, it cannot be true at least once. Why? Because all this no graph is print, all prints are graph, which means that no graph is a print will be false forever. Hence what is your answer? One does not follow forever. 84. Then question number 85. Now in this 85, no rhythm is a beat, rhythm and this is beat. No rhythm is a beat can be written like this. all beats are paces. All beats are what? Paces. And all paces are music. All these paces are what? All paces are music. And no music is a lyric. No music is lyric. Music and lyric should not be intersected, which implies that this lyric cannot be intersected with this beat and pace, isn't it? Because this beat and pace are encircled in this music. The next one, no beat is lyric. No beat is lyric, true or false? As of now it is true once. Second one, some lyrics are paces. Some lyrics are paces. As of now it is false. As it is false once, now we should again check out whether it can be false forever or not. To make that one, to check that one, we should take this one as a possibility. Now some lyrics are paces is a possibility. Check out like that. Some lyrics are what? Paces. Is it possible to draw lyric and pace like this? No. Why? If you draw like this, no lyric is a music will be false. That means it cannot be true at least once. As it cannot be true at least once, that will be false forever. Then what is your answer? Choice 2 is the answer. Clear now? Now this is about question numbers 81 to 85. 81 to 85. Then 86 to 90. Now in this question numbers 86 to 90, it comes under which category? Input and output. Now 86 to 90, it comes under input and output. Now in this input, how many elements are there? Now the total number of elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In total we have some 12 elements in the input. How many steps are there? Which step has been declared as the final output? Step 6. Now 12 elements are there. There are 6 steps, which implies that in each step exactly 2 elements are being arranged. Clear? Then what is the logic here? 23, 30, 39, 49, 56, 72. In order to identify the logic, we should always compare the input with the final output. Then 23, 30, 39, 49, 56, 72, all these numbers are arranged in the ascending order. Then coming to these words, your trip, tank, park, and care, all these words are in the descending order. Numbers in the ascending order, words in the descending order. Clear? Numbers in the ascending and words in the descending order. Then now we need to find out the method followed in this one. In order to find out the method involved in this one, we should always compare the input with step 1. Input and step 1 should be compared to identify the method. Input and output should be compared in order to identify the logic. Now if you compare these to input and step 1, now which element has been arranged at the first place? 72. That means the highest number arranged at the first place and the highest word arranged at the last place. And in the further steps, what happened to this 72? Shifted to the second place in step 2, shifted to the third place in step 3, fourth place, fifth place, and finally shifted to the sixth place in step 6. And same is the case with your, shifted to the 11th place, 10th place, 9th place, 8th place, 7th place. After this 72 shifted to the next place, the next previous number 56 arranged to the left hand side. And here the previous word arranged to the right hand side of your. And again all these elements are shifted to the left hand side and right hand side respectively. Clear? Can you work out these 5 questions or not? Now all these 5 questions are based on the same logic and the same pattern followed in this. Clear now? Now this is about question numbers 86 to 90. Done with this? 86 to 90. Then 86 to 90. Yes, whatever this one, 91 to 95, is it required or not required? 91 to 95, now we are running out of time, the time is 5 o'clock. Now this paper, the slot of this paper is only from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Then what should we do? Cheppani em cheddam? Discuss cheddama? PO paper ki vellipodamu. Na ishtama. Now 91 to 95. Now 91 to 95, what is the information given in this one? 91 to 95? 10 persons. How many persons are there? Now in total we have some 10 persons. 10 persons from different countries. From different countries, how many different countries are there? Switzerland, Spain and so on, and in total we have some 10 countries, are sitting in 2 parallel rows containing 5 people in each. 2 rows are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is 1 row. And what is the second row here? Now in the second row, and another 5 persons. And in row 1, who are the persons in row 1? Row 1, A, B, C, D, E. Equal distance in row 1. A to E are the persons in row 1 and are seated, and some of them are facing south and some of them are facing north. Within this row, north and south is given, some north and some south. Earlier, we used to have the cases wherein the persons in one row facing towards north and all the persons in the other row faces to south. But as here, the persons within that row are, some of them are north, some of them are south. Hence this A and E. Then what about the second row? In row 2, P, Q, R, S and T, and among these 5 persons, some of them are north and some of them are south. Clear now? And again, it is not clearly specified which is row 1 and which is row 2. Hence you can take at any place. Now if you consider this is row 1, then this will be row 2. And if this is row 2, this will be row 1. Need not necessarily be in the same order. ఇచ్చేయండి ఎక్కడైనా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇవ్వలేదు కదా? ABCD. ABCD and in row 1, ABCD and E, and some of them are facing south and some of them are facing north కదా? అవునా కదా? మరి రో 1 నార్త్కు ఉండాలా, రో 1 రో 2 సౌత్కు ఉండాలా మనకు తెలియదు. అది అలాగ ఇచ్చే కేసే లేదు. It is not at all possible to give like that. Why it is not possible? Because if you speak about this row 1, then you should talk about the persons are facing north or south. We cannot talk like that because all the persons are facing, some are north and some. And this is the very basic reason why he has not specified row 1 is here or row 2 is here. Hence you can fix at any place. Okay? You can take in any order, the answer will always remain constant. Then row 2. In row 2, P, Q, R, S and T, and some of them are south and some of them are north. Therefore, in the given seating arrangement, each member seated in a row either faces another member of the other row or seated behind each other. Isn't it? Either opposite to each other or behind each other, because the persons are facing different directions. All the information given above does not necessarily represent the order of the seating arrangement of the arrangement. And next one, this is one parameter. The other parameter which has been added to this one is, each person stays in 10 different, that means these 12 persons are staying in 10 different floors, numbered 1 to 12 from ground floor to 10th floor, which implies that 12 floors are there, 10 persons are staying, which implies that there are 2 floors which are vacant. Okay, though it is not clearly specified here, but whereas there are 2 persons who are, okay, 2 floors which are vacant. Then there is only 1 floor between the person from Switzerland and the person from UK. Now from here onwards the statements were started. There is only 1 floor. There is only 1 floor between whom? Between the persons from Switzerland and the persons from UK. And only 1 floor between the persons from Switzerland and UK. SC is not from Italy. Whatever this is, SC is not from Italy. And what is the other information here? D is neither from UK nor from Australia. And D is neither from UK nor from Australia. P sits to the immediate right of the person from Canada. Next, whatever this P is seated to the immediate right of the person from Canada. R sits at one of the extreme ends of the line and is from Canada. Isn't it? R is at one of the extreme ends of the line and this person R is from Canada. And tell me how to fix these persons. Now let us take these 5 persons, isn't it? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now how many different possibilities do we have to this R? 2 possibilities. If R is here, that is one of the end, isn't it? Clearly given. And what is this information here? R sits at one of the extreme ends of the line. R sits at one of the extreme ends of the line and is from Canada. And who is from Canada here? R is from Canada. R at one of the extreme ends of the line and this R is from Canada. And C sits out to the right of the person from Spain. And C is seated out to the right of the person from Spain. C is seated out to the person from Spain means Spain and C must be in this row, isn't it? C is seated out, C means A, B, C, D, E comes in this row. And C is seated out to the right of the person from Spain means Spain must also be in this row. And this is row 1. C and Spain person must belongs to row 1. Done with this? Then C sits third to the right of the one from Spain. P does not face A and faces south. P does not face A and faces south. Person from Switzerland sits exactly between the person from Singapore and UK, and person from Australia faces the person from Singapore, isn't it? Now the person from Switzerland sits exactly between Singapore and UK. Singapore or UK or Singapore. And at the same time, which two persons are opposite here? And the person from Australia faces the person from Singapore. Singapore and Australia are opposite to each other. Singapore and Australia are opposite to each other. Faces the person from Singapore. And the person from Canada stays on the odd number floor. And this is about the arrangement, floor arrangement, odd number floor. T faces north direction, T north, and sits to the immediate left of Q. T is facing north, and this T is to the immediate left of whom? Immediate left of Q. T sits to the immediate left of Q. T sits to the immediate left of Q. Next one. Only one person sits between the person from Italy and USA. Sit between Italy and USA, there must be exactly one person. The person from USA sits to the immediate right of Q. Person from USA sits to the immediate right of Q. Q who is seated exactly in the middle of the row. Now we can fix this Q at this place. Now I am searching for this information, definite information. Now what about this Q? Q is exactly at the center. Now the person from USA sits to the immediate right of Q. Immediate right of Q, Q who is seated exactly at the middle, isn't it? Then, and T faces north direction and sits to the immediate left of Q. As T faces north direction and is seated to the immediate left of Q, now we need to find out the position of this one. One person sits between the person from Canada and Q. Canada and Q, one person, this information is not at all required because anyhow Canada is at the end, Q must be at the center. And C sits to the immediate right of the person who faces S. C is to the immediate right. The person from Australia stays on the 4th floor, two people between C and E. As C is neither from Switzerland, the person from UK sits second to the right of the one who faces the north direction. One of the immediate neighbors of the UK behind Italy. And A faces opposite direction to the person from New Zealand. The persons from Italy, New Zealand, USA stay together. And next one. Now, as of now, we have finalized this Q. As this Q is finalized, now we have some information regarding this USA. What is information given regarding this USA? Tell me. The person from USA sits to the immediate right of Q. As a person from USA sits to the immediate right of Q, hence, can you take this USA at this place? The person from USA sits to two cases, either right hand side or left hand. If Q faces north, USA will be here, south, USA will be here. And the person from USA sits to immediate right of Q. Q, he is seated exactly middle of the row and at the same time. And we have one more information. C sits to the immediate right of the person who faces S. C is to the immediate right of the person who faces S and who faces S. The person from Singapore, and one more information we have, three persons in the person from USA sits to the immediate right of Q. C sits. Now C sits third to the right of the person from Spain. As C is seated third to the right of the person from Spain, now tell me where can the person from Spain be? And C is seated third to the right of the person from Spain. Now let us start from the beginning. As C is not from Italy, D is neither from UK nor Australia. P sits to the immediate right of the person from Canada. P is to the immediate right of the person from Canada. Now sir, P is to the immediate right of the person from Canada. We have taken this information. As P sits to the immediate right of the person from Canada, now these three persons were done. R sits at one of the extreme ends of the line and is from Canada. C sits third to the right of the person from Spain. C is seated third to the right of the person from Spain. C is third to the right of the person from Spain. Then third to the right of the person from Spain. P does not face A. As P does not face A cannot be here and faces south. Who is facing south here? P is facing south. P is facing south and does not face A. The person from Switzerland sits exactly between Singapore and UK, and Switzerland sits between Singapore and UK, and the person from Australia faces the person from Singapore. Australia faces the person from Singapore. Next one. And the person from Canada, odd number floor, T faces north direction and sits to the immediate left of Q. As T faces north direction and sits to the immediate left of, now here. Now P is already fixed here, as listen this careful. As P is already fixed, then T must be here. If T is here, T sits to the immediate left of Q, this Q must be facing towards north. Earlier we have taken a case wherein Q can be north or south. Now we can able to fix this one towards north because T is to the immediate left of Q and Q is here. If Q is here, then S will be here, isn't it? If S is here, C sits to the immediate right of the person who faces S. C is to the immediate right of the person who faces S. Now the person who is facing S is here. This person is seated to the immediate right of C and C will be here. If C is here, then this C must be towards south. Are you following or not? The person who is facing S sits to the immediate right of C. As C is here fixed, now the person between C and Spain, according to the information, C sits south to the right of the person from Spain. As C sits south to the right of the person from Spain and C is already fixed here. As C is already fixed here, then whatever the Spain, the person from Spain must be here. As the person from Spain is here, this person must face which direction? South direction. Why south? Because this person C is seated south to the right. Hence Spain is fixed, C is fixed. Then coming to the other information. Now if this is the case, now and sits to the immediate left of Q, S and sits to the immediate left of Q, only one person sits between Italy and USA. Italy and USA, how many persons are there? There is exactly one. As USA is already here and the person from Italy must be T. The person from Italy must be T. As Italy is here, one more information is there. What is that information here? Switzerland, the person from Switzerland sits exactly between Singapore and UK. Hence, Switzerland, Singapore, UK, all these three persons must be in one row. It cannot be in row 2, and this person must be in row 1. As this person is in row 1, the person, Singapore is facing Australia. As Singapore is facing Australia, all these are fixed, isn't it? Singapore, can you take Singapore at this place? If Singapore is here, then Australia will be here, isn't it? Singapore and Australia. As Singapore and Australia is here, and Q, any information regarding this one? The person from Australia faces D is neither from UK nor from Australia. As D is neither from UK nor Australia, D is neither from UK nor Australia, then where should this D be? D is neither from UK nor Australia. S is not from Italy, we have taken that information. D is not from, and P sits to the immediate right of Canada. R sits Canada, C sits south to the right, P does not face A. As P does not face A, next one, and faces south, the person from Switzerland sits exactly between Singapore and UK. As Singapore and UK, now here, Singapore can be in two different places. Either Singapore is here, Australia will be here. Or if Singapore is here, then Australia will be here, isn't it? Two possibilities. Then, and in either of these two cases, Singapore and Australia, then this person must be, this person must be Switzerland. Are you agreeing this one or not? In either of these two cases, this person must be Switzerland. If this person is Switzerland, the person from Switzerland, Switzerland cannot be here. Why it cannot be here? Because the other side is Spain, and Switzerland cannot be here. If you take Switzerland at this place, then Singapore must be either here or here. Then opposite to Singapore, Australia is here, but as here US and Italy is here, which implies that Singapore cannot be at this place. Finally, what is the place left for this Switzerland? Switzerland must be here. If Switzerland is here, Singapore can be either here or here, isn't it? Now the person from Singapore is facing whom? Facing Australia. And next one. Any information regarding this? Australia. The person's direction to the person from New Zealand. A faces opposite direction to the person from New Zealand. Now, sir, A is opposite to the person from New Zealand. As A is opposite to the person from New Zealand, hence one more information given regarding is New Zealand. Hence, who is the person from New Zealand? Q is the person from New Zealand. Unda? Yes, is there any information regarding that one? Q is from New Zealand? Or do we need to go for the information once again? Then, the person from Switzerland sits exactly between Switzerland is here, and Singapore or UK is here, and Singapore or UK is here. Singapore, UK is done, and SC is not from, and Singapore and UK, and the person from Canada stays on the odd number floor, and T faces north direction and sits to the immediate left of Q. One person between Italy and USA. USA sits to the immediate right of Q, that is fine. And Q is seated exactly in the middle of the row. P faces one of the immediate neighbors of the person from Spain, and that is also done. D faces one of the immediate neighbors of the person from Italy. Now, D is facing the one of the persons from Italy, hence D can be either at this place or at this place, isn't it? As D can be in one of these two places, as A cannot be here, hence A must be either here or here. Are you following or not? Hence, in these two places D and A are here, then the remaining two places must be either BRE or BRE must be in these two places, isn't it? Then again, and in the first information there is one information regarding this D. D is neither from UK nor from Australia. As D is neither from UK nor Australia, as D is neither from UK nor Australia, then where should this D? D is neither from UK nor Australia. As D can be either here or here, neither from UK nor Australia, hence D must be from Singapore. If D is from Singapore, A is from UK. Are you following this one or not? D is Singapore and A is UK. If A is UK and Singapore person is opposite to whom? Australian. As Singapore is Australian, SC is neither Switzerland nor Brazil. Where is that information? SC is neither Switzerland nor Brazil. SC is neither Switzerland nor Brazil. SC is not from Italy, isn't it? Next one, SC is neither Brazil. SC is neither Brazil, which implies that S must be from which place? S must be from Australia. If SC is Australia, and this Singapore must be here. If the person is Singapore here, and who is that person? Singapore. And Singapore is here, and is none other than D. If D is here, this is Singapore, and this is D, and if this is D, this is A, and A is from UK. And if A is from UK, and who is from Brazil, and this person Brazil. Now, this BRE. Any information regarding this B and E? B and E. And one more information regarding this opposite. And the person from Australia faces the person from Singapore, and the person from Singapore, Canada stays on an odd number, T faces north, one person between Italy and USA sits to the immediate right of Q, and seated exactly, P faces one of the immediate neighbors of the one person from Spain, and next one. D faces one of the immediate neighbor of the person from Italy. Singapore stays on the top, and only one person between Canada and Q. One person sits between Canada and Q. One person sits between Canada and Q, and C sits to the immediate right of the person who faces S. C is to the immediate right who faces S. The person from Australia stay on the, and only two people between C and E. SC is neither from Switzerland nor from Brazil. As SC is neither from Switzerland nor from Brazil, SC is from Australia. And the person from UK sits second to the right of the person to the face direction. Now, UK seated second to the right of the person who is facing north direction. That means this D must face towards north, then only UK will be second to the right, because this person is facing towards south Spain, and the direction is done. And second to the right of the one who faces north. One of the immediate neighbors of the person UK behind the person from Italy. UK, one of the immediate neighbors of the person from UK behind the person from Italy. That means this person Italy is facing towards north. Are you agreeing this one or not? If this person faces towards north and the other person, this person C is facing towards south, then this C is behind this person, isn't it? Hence the direction of this T can also be finalized. Then A faces opposite direction to the person from New Zealand. As A faces opposite direction to that of New Zealand, and A, New Zealand, who is the person from New Zealand here? Q is the person from New Zealand. Why Q is the person from New Zealand? As opposite direction. Now Q is here and this A must face towards which direction? A is facing towards south. And the persons from Italy, New Zealand and USA and consecutive floors, Spain, and floor number of B is the square of floor, and neither E nor A stays on this one. And either, yes, any information regarding this B and E? Yes? Two persons. Where is the two persons? Two persons sits between C and E. As two persons sits between C and E, hence E must be at this one. E is Spain. If E is Spain, E is Spain and two persons, and who is the person left over here? B, and this B is from which place? B is from Brazil. B is from Brazil and E is from Spain and the person from Brazil. And what about the direction of this Brazil? Yes, directions of these persons. Now, as of now, the directions of the remaining persons should be identified. Then how to identify this one? And in order to identify this one, we should again go through the information once. Because the space is very less, I cannot able to accommodate the entire space here. Okay? And because I could not able to represent the data separately, hence for that purpose, I need to go through the information n number of times. And there is one floor between Switzerland and UK, and this is about Switzerland and UK. SC is not from Italy. SC is not from Italy. D is neither from UK nor Australia, and D is from Singapore. P sits to the immediate right of the person from Canada. Check out the conditions, whether the conditions are valid or not. Then R sits at one of the extreme ends of the line and is from Canada. C sits to the right of the person, third to the right of the person from Spain, that's also valid. P does not face A, P does not face A and faces south. P faces south direction. Switzerland sits between Singapore and UK. Switzerland is between Singapore and UK. Person from Australia faces the person from Singapore. Australia is opposite to Singapore. And the person from Canada is on the 4th floor. Canada stays on the 4th floor. And T faces north direction and sits to the immediate left of Q. Immediate left of Q, the direction is known. One person between Italy and USA. Person from USA sits to the immediate right of Q, S, and Q who seated between exactly at the middle of the row. P faces one of the immediate neighbors of the person. P faces one of the immediate neighbor of the person from Spain. P faces the one of the immediate facing means this P and B are facing each other. Hence, B's direction can also be identified. Then, P faces one of the immediate neighbors of Spain. Next one. D faces one of the immediate neighbors of the person from Italy. D faces one of the persons from Italy, and this S must also face towards south. Done with this? Now, this is what the arrangement we have. R. And the person R is afterwards. The person from Singapore stays on the top. One person between Canada and Q, and C sits to the immediate right of the person who faces S. C is to the immediate right, faces S. The Australia 4th floor, two people between C and E. We have taken this. SC is neither from Switzerland nor from Brazil. The person from UK sits second to the right of the one, north direction. And one of the immediate neighbors of the person from UK. One of the immediate neighbors of the person from UK behind the person from Italy. One of the immediate neighbors of the person from UK behind Italy, and A faces opposite to that of New Zealand. A is opposite to New Zealand, isn't it? Hence, any information regarding this P? R. R undan information? South. Why it is south? Why P is towards south? Immediate right. And immediate P already south. P already we have taken towards south. Already on the P south. R. What is R here? R is already towards south. Why R is towards south? Because this P is seated to the immediate right of R. Hence, as of now, the arrangements as P is also done. And this is how these 10 persons were seated, isn't it? And they belongs to 10 different countries, and some of them are north and some of them are south. Done with this? On the floor undi inka. Clear? First write down this arrangement. Then with the help of this one, now we need to arrange these persons in the floor arrangement, isn't it? Because why I have opted for this one? Why I have opted for this? Cheppandi. I have opted for this one because 80 to 90% of the information is related to seating arrangement. Hence, first I have finalized this one, isn't it? Only a small part of the information is given regarding this floor. Hence, I will take the floor arrangement afterwards. Clear? Then, yes, if you write down this one, then I will go to the next one. Yes, is this clear now? Whether you have written this one or not? Next one. Then coming to the next. Hence, in total, tell me how many floors are there? There are some 12 floors. 12. In total, there are some 12. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. 12 floors are there. In these 12 floors, how many persons are staying? Only 10 persons are staying. Among these 12, there are 2 floors which are unoccupied. That means 2 vacant floors are there. And what is the other information here? And this is about the floor arrangement and the country to which they belong. And next one. Yes, tell me what is the information regarding this floor. Now Switzerland. The person from Singapore stays on the top floor. That is given. The person from Singapore stays on the top floor. And 4th floor is given. The person from Australia stays on the 4th floor. That is also clearly given. And these two are the definite informations which are provided. And the person from Australia is on the 4th floor, and the person from Singapore is on the top floor. Yes, now this is about the information. The person from Singapore on the top floor, and Australia, and any information here. Now let us search out for the information for the arrangement. There is 1 floor between Switzerland and UK. And Switzerland and UK, there is only 1 floor between. Here he is talking about there is 1 floor between rather than 1 person staying, isn't it? 1 floor is there between. In that floor, whether there is a person or there is no person, no information given. There is 1 floor between the person from Switzerland and the person from UK. And S is not Italy, D is neither from UK nor Australia, and P sits to the immediate right, R sits at one of the end, Canada sits to the right, and P does not face A and south direction. The person from Switzerland sits exactly between, this is also done, and the person Australia faces the person, Canada stays on the odd number. Now the person from Canada. The person from Canada stays on the odd number floor. Canada is odd number floor. as Canada is odd number floor. And next one, T faces north direction. Now T faces north direction. T faces north direction and sits to the immediate left. One person sit between. Sit between cannot be under this category. And one person sit between Italy and USA, and the person from USA sits to the immediate right. Exactly, P faces one of Spain, D faces Spain. The person from Singapore stays on the top floor, isn't it? Canada stays on the odd number floor. Now Canada is what? Canada is odd number floor. The person from Canada stays on the odd number floor. Next one person sits between. Now this information is not required. She sits to the immediate right. And the person from Australia stays on the fourth floor. We have taken that information. Two people sit between C and E, not required. And SC is neither from Switzerland. The person from UK sits second to the right of the person north. Immediate neighbors of the person from UK behind. A faces opposite. Italy, New Zealand and USA are in consecutive. Yes, which three are consecutive? Italy, USA and New Zealand. Among these three, the order is not clearly known. Maybe Italy is before this one, or USA is first, or New Zealand is first, because the word respectively is not given, isn't it, in any order. On consecutive floors, the floor number of the person from Spain is double that of Canada. Spain is double that of Canada. As what about this Canada? Canada is odd. As Canada is odd, then the next one. And the floor number of the B is the square of the number of P. Neither A nor E on 6th floor. A and E cannot be on the 6th floor. A and E cannot be here. And the floor number of the B is square of P. B is square of P. As B is square of P. If P is 1, B must be 1 only, which is not possible. If B is 2, if P is 2, B must be 4. But whereas the person from Australia is already here, isn't it? Next one. What is the next one here? If this person is 3 and that person must be 9, and who must be 9? B is 9. And next one, P is where? And P is 3. Now these two were fine, isn't it? Now we could able to finalize the positions of this P and B. After this P and B were finalized, then neither E nor A. Then coming to this one, the person from twice the top. The floor number of the person from Spain is double the person from Canada. Spain is double the person from Canada. Now this person from Canada must be on floor number 1, isn't it? As this person Canada must be on floor number 1, and floor number 1 and 2, isn't it? If Canada is 1 and this person must be 2. And what is the second possibility? 2 and 4, not possible. And the next one, now Canada is 2 and 4 is anyhow not possible. 3 and 6, isn't it? 3 and 6, is it possible to have 3 and 6 here? Now Canada is 3 and 6. Then at the same time, 5 and 10. 5 and 10 is one possibility, 1 and 2, 3 and 6, 5 and 10. 3 possibilities for this one. 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 10. And out of which 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 10, now Canada. Where can this Canada be? Now Canada. Who is the person from Canada? Now we have the earlier arrangement, the person from Canada. Who is the person from Canada? R. As the person from Canada is R, then it cannot be 3. Hence, whatever this one, the person from Canada must be R. This R is on the 5th floor. If R is on the 5th floor, then Canada, and what is the twice of this one? Spain. Spain is on 5th floor. And Spain, who is the person on the 5th floor? Spain. Spain means E. E will be on this one. And between Switzerland and UK, there must be exactly one person. As Switzerland and UK, there must be P. And what about this P? P is from which place? P P is from USA. As P is USA, these three persons are adjacent to each other, as USA is already there, and New Zealand and Italy must be adjacent to each other, isn't it? New Zealand or Italy. New Zealand or Italy, Italy or New Zealand. And this is what the information we have. And neither A nor E stays on the 6th floor. A and E is what? E is already, E is not on the 6th floor, that is clearly given. A and E are not on the 6th floor. And any other information here between Switzerland and UK, there must be exactly one person. As one person between Switzerland and UK, and who are those two persons, Switzerland and UK? And Switzerland, who is that person? C, and UK is A. Between C and A, there must be exactly one person. As there must be exactly one person between A and C, isn't it? Now A cannot be at this place, isn't it? One floor is in between A and C. Then any other information regarding this? The floor number of B is square of P. Neither A nor E is on the 6th floor. A cannot be on the 6th floor. Hence, where can this A be? And Switzerland and UK must be in the alphabetical order. That means A and C must be in A and C. Now, A or C cannot be here. Switzerland and UK cannot be at this place. Are you agreeing this one or not? Because this person is B. And B is from which place? B is from Brazil. As B is from Brazil, this is done. Now, we need to find out Switzerland and UK. Now, this Switzerland and UK, and if this person is UK, and this must be Switzerland, or if this is UK, and this will be Switzerland, out of which, and A is from which place? A is from UK. But as A cannot be on the 6th floor, which implies that UK cannot be here. As UK cannot be here, then who must be here? Switzerland must be here, isn't it? Now this is Switzerland. If this person is Switzerland, and this is UK. UK and Switzerland done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 were completed. As 10 were completed, now this is a vacant floor, and this is again a vacant floor. As these two are vacant floors, Singapore, and who is the person belongs to Singapore? That is D, and D lives here. And UK, and the person who belongs to UK is A. A will be at this place. Next one, asked Switzerland. As tell me who is the person from Switzerland? The person from Switzerland is C, and C will be at this place. If C is here, then Australia, and the person belongs to Australia is S. S will be here. If S is here, New Zealand and Italy. New Zealand, Italy, any information regarding this New Zealand and Italy? Italy, USA, one person must sit on it. Staying cause. Staying is different, sit is different. Sit means they are seated in a row. Staying means floor arrangement. Chala jagrattaga undala information daga. Sit and stay are completely different. Yes, any other information here? One floor between C and E. One floor between C and E. Okay. Only two people sit between C and E. S is neither from Switzerland nor from Brazil. And New Zealand, USA. Spain is double that of this one. Floor number of B is the square of this one. Floor number of B. Yes, floor number of B is the square of what? Is the square of P. P is 3 and B is 9. That is fine. Neither A nor E is on the 6th floor. Done. This is what the arrangement we have. Now these two can also be fixed in New Zealand and Italy. Okay. Then first go through the information once again, and the final arrangement. Now Q will be here and T will be here. There is one information regarding T faces north and sits to the immediate one person between the person. As one person sits between the person from Italy and USA, sitting, it's again sitting. Now if this is Q, and Q is from which place? Q is from New Zealand, and this person is from Italy. Q is New Zealand and this person is Italy. Any information regarding this New Zealand? Ekkado okati information undalandi idi. Switzerland, two people, Brazil, person from UK sits in north, one of the immediate neighbors of person from UK behind Italy, A faces opposite New Zealand, the person from Italy, New Zealand. Clear? Now this is, once go through this one, finally we can able to finalize this one also. Okay? And this is the final arrangement. After going to your home, please Okay, take a white sheet, separate white paper and start solving on that white paper. Now, if it is explained on the board, that can be clearly hidden, because here we have that much space, we can represent the data. Here this much space is there, I cannot able to accommodate everything. At the same time, you cannot able to visualize my hand movements. While explaining on the board, hand movement will play a very, very vital role.